though, taking on former world youth champion Michael Smith. Your commentators Wayne Mardle and John Part.
Thank you, Dave. And yes, this is a pretty interesting match. And for Dean, he's got more experience, but Michael Smith maybe more success lately, and certainly an intimidating figure to face in the match. We see some St. Helens, and only 22, but he does have experience that belies that now, beating Phil at the Worlds and everything else. Wayne?
He's playing so well, is Michael Smith, and he has been for a while. He's now ranked number 22 in the world. The rise and rise of Michael, and he's playing Dean Winstanley, who is just starting to hit a bit of a patch, a bit of a purple patch. He's playing well, is Dino. He's a former runner-up in the BDO World Championships. He can play, and he's a very good double top hitter. And if he can put Michael Smith under it early, this could not be as clear-cut as people seem to think. Michael Smith is one of those players that it's all about the rhythm. If he can get going, then Dino could be the one under it.
Yeah, well, Dean certainly is week in, week out, a very consistent performer. Gets a certain level, but maybe not the top level needed to beat a really informed Michael Smith. We'll see. I know he can perform at a very high level himself. His game is more marked by consistency. What a great start, too, 160 ends.
Yeah, I don't quite think they're into it yet. I think they're both struggling. Nerves, they're cold. It's horrible out there. They don't like it.
45.
Double start. This is magnificent.
Well,
59.
I guess that sums up the game of darts all in those 12 darts we saw. Perfect ends, but where does it go? It's a mystery to us, isn't it?
A good trait that Dean Winstanley has is the fact that he's ever so straight. You're not going to see him deviate away from the 20 a lot.
100.
He's got a good stance, good mechanics to keep it straight.
140.
Sort of leans to the right a bit, looking right down his arm line, and great mechanics help. Really help you to be an effective, consistent dart player.
100.
Michael this year been beaten in 3 finals before he finally crossed the line, beating Michael van Gerwen. This is Dino to take the first
36.
leg, and he lets Michael in. And these are the kind of shots that have just seemed so simple. Well, 14 or treble. Bullseye for the first leg.
57.
Well, you knew he might miss it, even though that's his favorite dart is the bull. But that first dart for bull was way off. It's double 10. And it's in.
First leg,
Perhaps dodge a bullet. I thought my first thought with 82 left, Michael Smith, is he takes that out in 2 darts almost every time. But in that case, wow, he was a little nervy.
No score.
Well, the thing Dean has got going for him, going for tops, is that if he goes under, as you can see, his darts lay pretty flat. If he goes under,
32.
he can still build upon it, a bit like Phil Taylor. But when he goes above, that's when he covers it.
60.
Well, even if you're playing well and getting that sort of a lie of your darts where you can go over or under, you still have to be sensible about when to switch your targets. That's what Phil does very well as well. He doesn't stick around if he thinks he's blocked.
Yeah, Phil does everything well. Let's just end with that.
100.
He even plays badly well.
Third 140 for Dean. Start of this second leg. Like I said, just before the start of this, both of these have been playing superbly well. Dean hit the ground running in the PDC, reaching the semi-final of the Grand Slam. But this is what we thought we were going to get for the coming years. Well, for a year or so, He's not been at his brilliant best. Now he is.
Then you require 49.
9 for tops. For 2-zip.
Game shot.
That
the second
is
leg.
brilliant.
Winstanley.
Yeah, and this is where Michael will be feeling the short format. Really, you know, he's one leg away from going down 3-0 in the first set and only being one set away from out. And you feel that. You lose a couple of legs, the first couple of legs, and it seems like a huge deficit. Now, of course, this format is very favorable to a comeback or return, but as the player behind, you don't feel that
92.
way.
Well, the problem he has got is that Dean Winstanley is playing superbly well. That's his second 160 start in 3 legs. Some players can go a whole tournament without a 160 start.
Well, I think when Michael missed, punishing Winstanley's miss at double by not taking the 82 out, that was the trigger for Dean just to get comfortable and start throwing consistently well in this match. And, you know, I think had it been the other way around, Michael takes that 82 out, it could be the opposite scoreline.
We always say, John, don't we, one dart can change the whole destiny of a long match, and well, there you go.
It wasn't really one dart, but it was one turn where you figured Michael would probably in most cases take that out, and he didn't.
59.
2 below average scores.
140.
Good effort there.
152.
Might be able to get the break to keep the set alive, unless Dean takes this. It's double 16.
136.
If Michael was watching, his nerves will be a little rattled after that effort.
Single 18. Got to go, Michael.
35.
This is for the first set in double quick time as well. For Dean Winstanley, double 8s. No drama whatsoever. Averaging just under 100. Michael Smith, the one who a lot of people fancied for this, is in big trouble. I think he'll stay on that stage and have a little practice. Was the odds-on favourite to win this match, but it was Dean Winstanley who played like a certainty in that first set. Superb, averaging 98. Jenkins through, Wright through, King through. Winstanley 1-0 up. Bunting to play Baxter. And Gerwin van der Voort, Chisnell Barney, and Whitlock Burnett on last.
Second set,
right
first
now,
leg, Michael to
that
throw
man,
first. Game on.
Michael Smith is in a bit of trouble. He had a couple of opportunities in that first set, did not
79.
take them, and got royally punished. Dean, the mistakes he made, he did not get punished at all. It was all Michael's doing.
60.
I've got to say, John, Dean Winstanley has looked very comfortable indeed.
Yes, I thought he was. The only iffy point was the first leg, and he missed the dart at double, and Michael didn't hit the 82. So then he settled right in. He's looked composed and in charge the whole way.
81. $43.
You know, Michael himself looks. He doesn't show nerves, does he? He just looks a little unflappable, but you can tell there is frustration there. You can just see hints of it after, like that last dart there, where he hit a 4.
93.
Yeah, Michael every now and again can really lunge with the last dart. It's normally when the darts, the first two are going low, because he does like to chase the treble round the board. But if you're going to beat Dean Winstanley, who's playing well, you've got to go above or in like that.
140. Then you require 120.
It's a very doable opportunity here for Winstanley. Tricky to get under. He tried to pick the right side off and went right to the ones.
Michael, you require 47.
7 for tops, maybe. Double 20. This has to go in.
Game shot in the
That
first
was
leg.
a good dart.
Michael Smith.
Because don't
Second
forget,
Dean to
he hadn't
throw
won
first.
a leg.
Game on.
That has to settle him down. Oh, any double a do, Dino? If Michael Smith looks up now, he'll be livid. It's
90.
horrible, John, isn't it, when your opponent hits the wrong double.
Well, we have that leeway. When you go for the tops, you just make sure you have the weight right, just
32.
for that reason. And if you're going down the side, make sure you get the line right. That's the one thing, you might just get lucky.
135.
Played at a real nice pace. That was a complete snatch.
96.
Well, the fluency seems there from Michael Smith, but the accuracy's just off. Because the pressure that this man is putting him under.
100.
Yeah, he just really hasn't been allowed to come into his own.
57.
He hasn't forced that to happen. You know, it's not a good sign when, you know, I like to do that myself sometimes, go 20, 19, 18, get a fresh target every time. But when you keep getting single, single, single on that
100.
rotation, that is definitely not a good sign of how your game's going when you're needing to, like, grope around the board like that.
81. Then you require 76.
Treble 20. Double 8.
Game
This
shot
is
on the
clinical.
second leg.
This
Winstanley.
is
Third leg,
good
Michael
stuff from
Smith.
Winstanley. He
Game
does
on.
seem to play better on the big stage. Seems to struggle on the tour events. Since
No
he
score.
left the BDO in 2012, he has not won a tour event on the PDC, which I find incredible for someone so good.
44.
Oh, some sloppy darts there, and I was about to praise his mechanics. I really like his mechanics. You can see how they helped him on that double 8, just to adjust to the right. He
100.
really does have a good straight shoulder down. Look at that. There, exemplifies it. Just about ideal, and he stays within that plane of motion. And that's why he keeps it so straight, and that makes it a lot easier when you play the game in 2 dimensions rather than 3.
100.
As you see, Michael Smith, it's Van Gerwen-like.
140.
There's not a lot going on with the actual hand or the fingers. It's just bringing the arm through and releasing.
60.
Like a catapult.
That is perfect.
The
The difference in Michael Smith when he doesn't throw a low first dart is probably 125, 130 points.
95. Michael, you require 81.
Treble 19. Well, that leaves 72. We'll go 48.
41.
Tops left.
And that's why he went that way from 72. He obviously had it in mind that he would get to 40. Winstanley not on a finish, that's just all right with him.
170. Michael, you require 40.
That's the second 170 we've seen tonight. Kim Hyrex took it out to win a leg.
Third leg, Michael Smith.
Done.
For Black Dean to
Winstanley,
throw
no
first.
good whatsoever.
Game on.
Dean Winstanley has only missed 3 darts at a double to start. That's why
80.
he's leading.
$51. $135.
So a good correction there. Very good correction. But a better response.
140.
He's found something, Michael, and he needed to.
But, and it's odd that he struggled it took a while to get into this game because Winstanley's pace certainly suits Smith.
140.
He's got to stay at the 60. The reason
45.
140 left to
Then you require
170, there was no other way to leave a
146.
finish after the first dart. Now, Dean Winstanley is in control of this leg.
84.
62.
Yeah, it seems like a low number, but 62 you know, just frustratingly difficult for how low it is as a dart player, if that makes any sense.
97.
You go for the treble 10 mostly. And then it's 12 for one dart for tops.
He's
got
it. And a fourth leg.
Comfortably. He didn't need to get it that time. Probably made it a little easier. But you come across that out and you think, gee, it should just be easier somehow.
A must-win leg for Bully Boy, Michael Smith.
60.
That's why he's been simply superb on tour, Michael, because under pressure, he has performed.
160.
Another 160. Oh, carry on, guys, carry on.
Well, Dean won't be out-entered.
60.
He's come into these legs well, very well, and even answers 160s. Well, that's what happened in the opening leg, wasn't it? 2 160 ins.
121.
4 perfect darts and then a 1. So annoying, but then corrects it again with a treble 20. Under pressure.
59.
Oh, Winstanley's doing a fantastic job of pressurizing the throw to try and take the match here and now. 180 would be brilliant. 140 he'd be elated with.
100.
100 will have to do.
It's okay. He's put the onus on this man. Got to go treble 18 now.
58.
Well, you see frustration now
120.
from Michael Smith. This for a brilliant win for Dean Winstanley. Treble 20 now.
100.
Got to go, Michael.
164.
Well, if he gets a chance with the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if he hits it, but he needs the 2 treble 19s. Yes, Bull, stay alive, take the set.
139.
That looked set at all. He would expect himself to hit that ball almost every
20.
time, and look how close it was.
For a place in the next round where Vincent van der Voort or Michael van Gerwen are away. That was miles away.
15.
The reason, John, the last start was so far away because the second one was.
25.
Well, it made it awkward because although it was miles away, it was still interfering with the visual flight path of the dart. But the key here now is for Smith to make this double 10 count, and he does.
Second set.
Levels
Michael
it,
Smith.
set each, and we have a real hard one to pick now.
Third and final set, first leg. Dean to
When you are
throw
playing
first.
well,
Game on.
you somehow manage to dodge bullets. Michael van Gerwen, Michael
80.
Smith has dodged a couple there. Still had the guts and determination. He also had the bottle
32.
to take out that double 10. What Dean cannot do is dwell on the fact that he should be finished,
140.
celebrating with his family and friends in the hotel bar. There we see Bunting Baxter and Gerwin van der
96.
Voort all coming up. Chizzy, Barney, that could be a Brahma. And Whitlock
45.
against former world champ Richie Bennett to finish.
Well, I think it's appropriate you mentioned Van Gerwen dodging bullets because I think that game with Van der Voort will probably be a faster pace than this one even.
And this is being played at a cracking pace.
Oh, it's wonderful to watch darts at this pace. I love it.
41.
And, as a player, I appreciate playing at this pace too. I'd say that it's harder when you have to think more. Time forces that on you.
100.
I think you can get a more natural game going at this sort of a pace. It's good for both players.
96.
Well, that's it's a miscount by Dean Winstanley, no doubt. No one in their right mind wants to leave 99.
That's the same as 101.
47.
You hit a treble, you hit a single, you got a
99.
double.
Should have been leaving 100, John. 10. 2 for tops then.
59.
See?
57.
And then we
The
see that
unicorn, 40.
flailing around every single there. It's tops for, double 15.
Game shot.
He gets it in the end. Stuck the first leg there.
Michael to throw first.
Thought that double five, although it helped them earlier to get in a game, and it almost caused them a big problem there, but he got away with it.
120.
And Michael got away there. First time of asking, starting with 120. These last set shootouts are great, they really are. What Dean doesn't want to do is just give Michael a free ride in a leg. You've got to keep your opponent under pressure. Got to get away this time, and does.
120.
63%. That is excellent.
$134.
Yeah, after that throw by Smith, it looks like Winstanley's lost interest in this leg. It is Smith's throw, and Winstanley only needs to hold his throw in this set to win.
124.
Sounds so simple, John, doesn't it? All you've got to do is hold your throw.
Well, you know what? When you're this far behind in a leg the other guy started, it's not a bad thought to have, though. I mean, really, just to calm yourself down, say, okay, whatever, and then you get on with it the next leg.
He loves double 10.
30.
He told me he loves double 10. I was just repeating what Michael's told me.
140. Michael, you required 10.
So double five.
No
problem with that one.
Second leg, Michael Smith. The leg Dean to throw.
Dean was sitting there with 100 left and ready to pounce. Had Michael aired.
It's not a bad first dart. Can lay one on top. Didn't need to.
60.
The way Michael's been coming in, he might just punish that 60.
60.
Who can score the best?
Lovely first dart. Follows it easily.
140.
But if you throw first and kick off 60 and then go down in 140s, you're not going to lose many legs. And under the pressure, they're both under. They're performing superbly well. This is a real good game.
Oh, little deflection.
125.
Does well to save the turn because, you know, 5, it was very unfortunate. Deserved more with that one dart.
100.
And he got away with not leaving a finish as well. Michael didn't outdo him.
How we would love a 140 now.
100.
Michael Smith really
59.
does need to go in that 60 or above it, because when he's below, he has struggled.
Double top. Game shot.
Winstanley's one leg away from a place.
Michael to throw first.
As I said, the winner will be either Michael van Gerwen or Vincent van der Voort. That will be sorted out later on.
No score.
Well, dreadful darts in. Nowhere near getting in there. The pressure is being felt. This man knows he has the upper hand for sure now.
120.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. When your opponent does not get off, you are thinking, right, 80 or 120 or 160.
120.
Dean has scored the better. That's why he's found himself in this position.
140.
140. This is brilliant stuff. For someone that has been underperforming, John, for a good couple of years now, 96. This is a superb effort from Dean Winstanley.
Well, yeah, and he's not squandering the chance, the opportunity. He's come up here to play darts. He's saying he won't be bullied.
By Bully Boy.
60.
But Michael Smith certainly capable of explosive darts. Combinations of great turns. And he's not out of it, not till the last double is hit.
It's a great thing about this sport. You have to finish it off. You don't get given anything. Oh, he's doing a great job, isn't he? Will be back for 50. Will go single 10 for tops.
129.
Will he get it?
Then you require 50.
Single 10 for the match. Tops. Tens. Gets it. The roar from Dean Winstanley. He's called over the top. That was an over the top celebration. Michael Smith will be bitterly disappointed. Come into this showing form of, well, champion.